What I've got today is my latest online auction win. There's a local company does online auctions. I won this last week, and it's a Miller's Falls Langdon miter box, order number 1124. And the previous owner added this wooden bed to it, I guess to suit their needs, but they did it the right way. They didn't do any damage when they put it on there, so it can be taken off. And you know, the thing's dirty, needs to be cleaned up. But this thing, Miller's Falls acquired this miter box along with the all-steel miter box from Goodell Manufacturing in 1931 when they bought them out. And Miller's Falls continued to manufacture this box right up until 1982 when they went out of business. Now, they did modify it some. One of the things that Miller's Falls eliminated was this arm extends out about 2 inches or so. They did eventually do away with this. They didn't have that adjustment there. It was something that they did away with. Now, I don't know exactly when they did that. They also, there would have been a rod that came out here so you could just push it in and lock the arm in between detents, and they eliminated that and just added this piece of flat bar under here. You just reach under and push it around, and I guess that's just a question, you know, saving money, I guess. But this thing's in pretty good shape. Most of the original paint's on it. The feet might need to be cleaned up a little bit, maybe touched up, or we'll just repaint the legs. But it really, what it boils down to, it's kind of a cheaper version of a Langdon style miter box. You know, it has pretty much the same type of saw guides, saw stops, depth stops, and it has a combination of steel and cast iron parts. The body is cast iron, the legs, the arm, and all the pieces on the arm, saw guides, stops, they're all steel. And it's a good little miter box. Now, it also came with a saw, and this is one thing I have no idea who made the saw. There's no medallion on the saw. It just has 4 through bolts holding it in. There's no markings on the saw with the exception of a little bit of a etch on the blade that I can't read. I can only see part of it, so I have no idea who made this saw. It's 26 inches long, 4 inches high. It's still a full 4 inches, so it never really got sharpened. It must have just got lightly sharpened, you know, one time or another. Now, Miller's Falls started to date their miter boxes on the bottom at some point, and this one was stamped 350, so that would have been March 1950 that this one was made. And it really just needs to be cleaned up. There is one piece missing. There should be one of these on the back post here to hold the saw guide up, and it's missing, completely gone. But what it does is it locks into this groove right here on the saw guide. Now, it's missing. You know, it's just one of those things you really don't, you know, you can live without it. And I didn't pay a whole lot for this thing, which is really always nice. But there you go. It's Miller's Falls Langdon miter box.